Welcome to my podcast. Today I'll be talking about the Las Vegas Golden Knights inaugural season. I'll be previewing the NFL Conference Round playoffs and also be talking about impact rookies in fantasy basketball. The Las Vegas Golden Knights inaugural season. It's hard to believe that Las Vegas Golden Knights are an expansion team. The Golden Knights currently have the second best record in the NHL and seem to be legit contenders this season. Here lies the question, how is it possible for an expansion team to be so good? It all goes back to the expansion draft and the moves they made there. Starting in goal, they drafted Marc-Andre Fleury, a proven goalie with playoff pedigree. Vegas also got some luck when Malcolm Subban was put on waivers by the Boston Bruins. On defense, they drafted Nate Schmidt from the Washington Capitals and acquired Shea Theodore for not selecting Josh Manson or Sammy Vatanen. They also selected Derek England and Braden McNabb to beef up the defense. An underrated pick on defense was Colin Miller, who is quietly having a great season. At left wing, they got Jonathan Marchessault from the Florida Panthers and David Perron from the St. Louis Blues. At right wing, they got James Neal from the Nashville Predators and Riley Smith, who was acquired from the Florida Panthers. For not selecting Matt Dumba, Vegas received Alex Tuch from the Minnesota Wild. As center, they got William Karlsson from the Columbus Blue Jackets and Eric Haula from the Minnesota Wild. Vegas also drafted Cody Eakin from the Dallas Stars. Not only does Las Vegas have a good roster right now, they have stockpiled a ton of picks for the next couple of seasons. Las Vegas has 3 second-round picks in 2019 and 2020, as well as 3 third-round picks in 2019. The Las Vegas Golden Knights also have a very good coach in Gerard Gallant. Moving forward, the Las Vegas Golden Knights should be a legitimate threat in the Western Conference. Next week, I'll be talking about the NHL All-Star Game Skills Competition, NFL Conference Round Playoff Preview. The AFC Conference game is between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That game is played on Sunday at 3:05 p.m. on CBS. Keys to the game. For New England, Tom Brady needs to dominate the game. The defense needs to find a way to slow down Leonard Fournette, and New England has to do a good job of protecting Tom Brady, or else it will be a long day. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Jaguars need to have a great pass rush and make Tom Brady uncomfortable. Leonard Fournette needs to play like he did against Pittsburgh, and the Jaguars need to double Gronk on third down or in the red zone. My prediction is that New England wins 28-21. The NFC game is between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. That game will be played on Sunday at 6:40 on Fox. Keys to the game for Philly: the Eagles need to establish the running game early on. Nick Foles needs to be excellent, and the defense needs to make Case Keenum uncomfortable in the pocket. For Minnesota, Minnesota's defense needs to make Nick Foles uncomfortable. Case Keenum and Adam Thielen need to establish the connection early and often. Minnesota Vikings need to do a better job of protecting Case Keenum, especially on the right side. My prediction is that Minnesota wins 17-10. Next week, I'll be talking about injuries that impacted the NFL playoffs. Impact rookies in fantasy basketball. Point guard Lonzo Ball. Although Lonzo Ball isn't putting up all-star numbers, he still has a solid stat line. He is averaging 10.2 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game. Shooting guard Mitchell Donovan. Mitchell Donovan averaged 18.8 points and 2.3 three-pointers made so far this season. Mitchell Donovan is making a case to be the Rookie of the Year. Small forward Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is my favorite to win the Rookie of the Year. He's averaging 16.9 points, 8.2 rebounds, 7.3 assists on 51% shooting this season. Power forward Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma averaged 16.7 points, 6.3 rebounds on 46% shooting so far this season. Kuzma has been the best Laker this season. Center John Collins. John Collins averaged 10.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks so far this season. He plays power forward, but he is eligible to play center in fantasy. Next week, I'll be talking about NBA All-Star Game rosters. Next podcast, I'll be talking about the NHL All-Star Game Skills Competition, injuries that impacted the NFL playoffs, and NBA All-Star Game rosters.